we started off with the fling out. It's a variation on the fling out, and it starts in a similar way, but I've changed my hand grip from the fingers to the palm to palm. That's to get some push. As I prepare for the fling out, 1, 2, I skip in front, more or less lining my foot up with my partner's, so that when we do lift, then we get an even lift through that hand, through this arm there. So if I do that towards you in a slow motion way, 1, 2, 3, boom, like so. We'll do it side on as well.
Okay, so for follows, we talked about using both this connection and this connection on the arm, and we're coming into our rock step. We come rock step down, we push and engage with both of these connections evenly, and we just concentrate on going forwards, and our partner will take us where we need to go.
Yeah, we'll both think of up, and I'll think of round as well.
We talked about making a nice froggy position. Imagine a piece of string pulling you up, and basically as we come in from our rock step, when we come down and up, we'll push up, use these connections and make our shape. We still want to be aiming that way. Our partner will bring us round, and keep your feet underneath you. Don't let them out the back, because then we've got our feet ready to land.
And that looks finally 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. Like so. And then we did our one we call the best passable taste, based on Kenny Everett. And we like a nice Charleston entrance that's just bobbing along like so. Bum, bum, bum. Step, prepare, up, around, and out she goes. So basically when it came to the time to do it, I went forward on my right there, and I guided my partner in with my right arm, but I had to let that tension release a little because I have to pull her in and move my connection from this shoulder blade round to this side.
I've got this connection here that I'm going to use, and here, as we talked about, pushing down.
Keep all your elbows out, that's a strong position to be in, and get a nice connection, bottom to seat there. So she's set in. So as soon as I push through the legs, I get some lift. I'm facing that way still, and Lindsay's facing about 90 degrees now. As I lift, I start rotating.
We scooped with the legs, so we talked with the ladies about when we first start that seated position. So we come in, and we get into our seat, and we scoop the legs one and then the other, following over. We're going to have the weight on the right here. We're still using this connection, supporting ourselves, and our partner rolls us out.
Step out of the way, give us some space to roll out.
There we are.
Okay.
What's next?
Was it the ring? No, it wasn't the ring, no. It was the cloak.
Brilliant memories.
Right, so the cloak, we'll start with this handshake hold first, because that's the one you need to wind up first. Try and think as best possible, have that connection not at 90 degrees long, and same with this one, like so. Do it facing you for the moment. We'll do the whole move first. 6, 7, 8.
Yay.
Like so. And what we had to work on for that, so basically the takeoff was in front. I had to go rock, step, prepare, and as you can see, Lindsay's still in front of me, and she's scooping her left leg up and around me, very close to me. So just that. Like so.
And he's keeping his hands up here.
Keep them up and in front. The next stage is just to jump on, and the more I lean forward, the less she has to grip me to stay up there. I'm doing nothing with her hands at the minute. I needed them to push out the floor. They can relax a second, and I take this one over my head, and I lean opposite to where my partner's weight is to get the counterbalance. As we both pull up, one leg can sneak to the floor, and the other one will get up there in good time. The quicker you do that, the more you disguise any messiness there.
So for the follows, once we get up into that position, we have a bit of a squeeze when we're up there with our thighs. We just have to release a little bit as we're being turned, and then we squeeze again as we're sort of coming down, and making sure that we get enough height so that we don't hit our heads on the floor.
Yes. And final demonstration, we also mentioned you could move from that. You could go right around the front if that was your chosen way of doing it. So, like so. And if you did that one, you can do whatever you want there. I'd get permission from your partner first. Then we did the windmill. We did it in 2 halves. Phase 1 was just a nice pose that went 1, 2, up. And we could hold that pose, or we could bounce straight from there to 2 different positions. The full windmill goes right around to my left leg. Nice. Tuck and back out. Yeah. Again, similar takeoff strategy. We always want the girls to stay upright for takeoff and push out the floor. I have to make space for her. That's the takeoff, and the next thing, her left knee will just rise, and that starts her momentum upwards. I've not picked her up off the floor. I'm going to guide her in as she leaves the floor.
So, rock step, we're coming up, and we're going to be lifting up with this leg, and we're going to really be giving a good old spring out the floor here so we can get onto our partner's back. We had the right knee bent and the left leg straight.
If you get on the back there, you should find all the weight is supported through your lower back there, and your arms are just guiding into the shape.
Remember, follows, we need to use this connection and this one to really hold our shape and hold our frame, but we need that to pull out of the floor as well.
If we're carrying on from there, then we just have to engage that frame again. We can relax for a split second when we land. Relax, engage.
Straighten the inside leg, keep the inside leg bent.
With gentle manoeuvre, you get round to a seated position there in front. Or you just put more oomph into the swing with the shoulders, and you get round to this side.
We have to engage here and here, especially on this one, follows.
And keep as close as you can to each other. And my arms are still just guiding.
A little tuck to come out.
Then we went on to the sumo.
Yeah.
You hold the sumo, because guys have to do a bit of that going on. And it's like this. You're my front for this. My partner's at 45 degrees. Twice around. And out. Now, we practiced several things. One was getting the distance for the girl to step in, which is about the distance of a foot between you. I guide her in, I bring her in and turn her to face the same way I'm facing. She left her feet where they were.
Okay, so we take our rock step, and we come with a pike here, so we basically come in, pivot, start to pike, we allow our partners to bring us in, and we keep our arms out. We need to push down for the next phase, so when our partners start to bring us round, we need to really engage this and move our shoulders down.
Our next exercise, we just stop having a pause there to get continuity. We went round with our partner.
Keeping the legs low, pushing down through the shoulders.
Looking for a nice comfortable position, not on the wrists, a bit bony there, and you're not as strong there. Somewhere around here is a good connection. And then we worked towards being able to go round once. So I have to take my partner's weight on this side as she comes in so that I can move. I don't want her to come in here and take all my weight over there because I've got to lift that leg. So just once round slowly.
It doesn't matter if you skim to begin with, just keep the legs low and as straight as you can.
And you can do as many as you want. So we'll just demonstrate 17.
I think my arm tricks would take 17.
We'll do 3. And you'll find out once you go in, they get easier until you do about 5, and then they get simpler, I suppose. But your first one's usually the hardest because that has to get the energy going. And finally, we did a moon flip.
Yeah.
So, looks like this. 6, 7, 8. I'll do it side on as well.
Safety first.
Yeah. What you'll notice is that Lindsay's gone back on her left foot, not her right, and that's because of the takeoff foot is much better if it's her left foot as takeoff.
So I've got this connection again, fellows. Left hand on the right shoulder here and holding that. Got my left foot forward for the rock step to start.
I'm about to scoop this on and sit on top of the hip to push up. A little exercise will just be up to cradle position, 1, 2, and down, like so.
So we're engaging our core here, we're pushing down the shoulders, and once we've done our rock step, we come back on our rock step, we then scoop up with the knee here, and we're really engaging our core and pushing down on the shoulders. We then feel our partner scoop us up. Once we get up onto the shoulders, we wanted to keep this nice shape here, and we want to have our arms out in front, and that will be ready for us to catch the shoulder when we come round.
Our next phase was to get up onto the shoulder and just kind of work out how that felt comfortable. So if I lift that hand up, she gets up there. I can take this one away, she falls down a little bit, I can push her across into that gap, and I can roll her forward in to finish the move.
Really, really important that we keep our shape up there, because you can see I'm quite stable as long as I keep my shape. I'm laying over Andy's shoulder here, so I can keep that shape, and I've got my hands ready for the shoulder. Then the guy pushes me around, I can feel that push, and I come around and look for that shoulder.
So long as you take this arm up and high, you can go faster than that and use the momentum. You benefit from that. You don't have to work, she'll just go across and down. I'll show you 2 angles. Go this angle, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. A little bit. And finally, 6, 7, 8. And down to the floor.
Ah.
That was all.
Stay safe.
Thank you very much.